Well, I had hoped to introduce this video in which we play Real Madrid as a top of the table clash, but we've had a bit of a poor run of form, and now we need to beat them to stay in the Champions League spots, which isn't quite the same. Hello and welcome to Club 6, Part 16 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we are at home against Real Madrid and then away against Athletic Bilbao, both in La Liga. Since you were last with me, this happened. I don't really know how it happened. I mean, we were fine. Everything was good. Look at two back-to-back 5-0 wins. One in the Champions League, one in the league. Everything looked beautiful and wonderful, and then Levante happened, and then we went on the Christmas break, which, by the way, was rudely interrupted on New Year's Eve for a cup game that nobody cared about. And then we lost the game in between, the two defeats against Gijón in that as well. So we're out of the cup, and we've had a little bit of a stuttering in the league. And Real Madrid and Barcelona, they don't stutter. In fact, the top three. Who knew that the three best teams in Spain were Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid? But they... I think it might have been in the last episode where I said there was a 5-team breakaway that also included us and Real Betis. Well, what's actually happened is us and Real Betis have been pulled back into the chasing pack of like 10 clubs, and it is very much a 3-team breakaway. The only saving grace we've got is that we play two of them really soon, and if we beat them both, we potentially drag ourselves back into the mix. I think it's really unlikely that we're going to do that, though. Also, the transfer window is open. We've got no money, but that hasn't stopped me selling players. Fabrizio Bustos has gone to San Lorenzo. He was barely playing for us this year. He was earning 60 grand a week. And by selling him, we've actually been able to bring our wage bill back under the budget for the first time since we signed Ats in the summer. So it was just a little bit of tidying wage budget and things up. It does mean we're a little bit light on right backs. We've got one, that young lad, Rodriguez. He is the only one we've got. And... if he gets injured, we've got a problem. So we're going to try and bring in another right back before the end of the transfer window. But we could always play Markovic there. He's got the number 2 on. That might work. But we're going to worry about that after we've played Real Madrid. Oh, and by the way, Champions League draw, RB Leipzig, an old enemy. That'll be in Monday's episode. So Markovic in goal, a back four of Calvillo, Sanya, Alvaro, and Rodriguez, with Moreno, O'Neill, and Ats in midfield. World-class midfield. Once we get the rest of the team as good as our midfield, we will be laughing. And then Garcia, Abraham and Gould as our front three. Let's get into the game. Let's hopefully have a return to form as well, because form has been... Ever since that Levante game before the Christmas break, we've just not looked very good at all. And if there's a game where we're going to recover that, it has to be... Real Madrid are unbeaten in their last 7 games, but I'm convinced we can end that run. Oh, the top of the form league. To be fair, we're 6. It shows how good form the big 3 are in, where I say we've gone off the boil, but we haven't gone that far off the boil, but we have fallen really far behind in the title race. It's insane. You slip up for 2 or 3 games... and this lot just keep winning. And they don't have slip-ups. I don't even understand what happens when they play each other. Presumably that's where they pick up their 1 or 2 defeats of the season. It's just the 3 of them beating each other but thumping everybody else. Paul O'Neill's just put 1-0 up after 3 minutes, though, which is nice. Nice to see our world-class midfielder doing something world-class against one of the best teams in the world. Moreno slots it into O'Neill, and O'Neill on his weak foot. I'm pretty sure he's left-footed. It's probably something I should know, but I don't really concern myself with what foot they use as far as I'm concerned, especially for a world-class midfielder. He should be equally adept with both feet. I used to be able to kick the ball with both feet when I played football many years ago. Admittedly, I wasn't very good with either of them, but there wasn't a noticeable difference between the two. So if I could have similar feet at the level I played at, i.e. playground with a tennis ball, then a world-class midfielder should have similar ability to kick the ball with both feet. So there's my justification for always ignoring. I certainly don't understand how any top flight player can be described as having a right only when it comes to what foot they use. Are you telling me you can get to play in the Premier League, in the Liga, in the Champions League and not be able to use your weak foot? You should just be thrown out of football school if you can't kick it with both feet. Right, let's lecture over. Oh, perhaps we have to continue the lecture, because lecture over and immediately they get their equaliser. Perhaps I was talking them into submission and then I stopped and they just, oh right, finally. Stop going on about left feet. Now we can grab an equaliser. There's not a lot we can do about that. They're a very good team with some very good players. We concede goals against everybody. We're obviously going to concede goals against Real Madrid. What we need to try and do is make sure we score even more than we concede, which is always our game plan. Right, O'Neill again in midfield, again on his right foot. Perhaps he is right-footed. Abraham with the cross to absolutely nobody. I mean, he is the man who probably should have been in the middle. Gould did his best to get across there, but I don't really know where Garcia was. There he is. Look, beautiful ball over the top as well, which Abraham can't quite get on the end of, and it falls to Garcia again, and it's now with Abraham and Moreno to Garcia. We've got both fullbacks pushed up on the overlap, but who needs fullbacks and overlaps when you've got two world-class central midfielders? Vitor Hugo Atz makes it 2-1 to Sevilla. It's not an instant reply, actually. They scored in the 16th minute, didn't they? For some reason, I had in my head they scored in the 22nd, but they didn't. But it's 2-1 to us. Both midfielders scoring very good goals. I said, if the rest of our team was as good as our midfield, we would be laughing. We just have to make sure that we keep hold of the really good players, like O'Neill, like Atz, like Garcia, and just keep adding to them year on year. It's almost like a transfer policy. And not sell like one of the two right backs that you've got. Have we given away a penalty? You get away from that little telly. You've got no business being over there. He won the ball. It was a completely fair tackle. And now you're going to give a penalty because you only ever go over there to the little telly when you're going to give something. I don't know why you bother going. Is he giving it? Maybe he hasn't given it. Okay, that made me look an idiot, didn't it? Edit that out. Oh, right, Markovic to Sanya. Why are we starting a highlight with a goal kick? Either we're going to score a wonder goal or they're going to ruin us and make us look stupid, and they've intercepted and got the ball back, so that suggests it's them who are going to score the wonder goal. Neither of those scenarios. I just keep making myself look like a buffoon today, but Abraham made their keeper look like a buffoon and got his 11th goal of the season. He is starting to come good now. I haven't checked in with Barcelona recently to see how many goals Henrique has scored, but I'd like to think Abraham is he's going to be up there challenging for the Golden Boot at the end of the season, because he is scoring a lot more regularly now, and that was just a pressing forwards goal. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Right, you might be winning, but don't let your performances drop. Exactly. Everyone's happy, apart from the left back. But no one's bothered if left backs are happy. And as it stands right now, we're still 10 points behind Barcelona. I don't understand. We've been playing well. We've been getting good results. The three teams above us are just inhuman. And considering we finished second last year, I don't even understand how that's a situation that's happened. Barcelona were a dodgy mid-table team last year, and they haven't really spent a lot of money, but they've flown back to the top of the league, having not won La Liga for years and years. I don't understand. Luis Enrique clearly has the magic touch. They were probably right not to hire me. I don't think I'd be 10 points clear of us if I was managing them. I think I follow that sentence. Is Moreno getting himself sent off here? Why are you going to the little telly again? Are you deciding if that was a foul or what? I don't... So now you're going to go to the little telly and then send him off? Is that what's happening? That seems unnecessary. Yeah, we know you went to the little telly. You've given away... What was the point of that? You didn't even book him. We all knew it was a foul. I don't understand what the little telly is for today. Right. I think it might be substitution o'clock. Real Madrid bouncer free kick off the top of our crossbar. And let's have a little look. Jason Gould is not playing well today, so Montero can come on for him. Easy peasy. Rodriguez is not playing well today, but we don't have any other right backs at the club, so he has to stay on regardless because I operate double standards. We're just going to make that one change for now, I think. I don't want to... I'm slowly learning, as I mature as a manager, I am slowly learning that you don't always have to make all your substitutions. And you don't have to do 2 on 70 minutes and 1 on 80. I still do most of the time. But sometimes, just leave things well alone. If everyone's playing well and nobody's tired yet, leave them all on the pitch. It's revolutionary football management. I know I often say to people, this is an entertainment-based channel. It's not tutorials. Well, that all changes here because that was solid gold tutorial content. Make substitutions based on how your team are performing and their fitness levels rather than just arbitrarily making them. You can write... I don't mind if you write that down. Why is he going over there again? Referee, what do you want now? What could you possibly be looking at? Have we won a penalty? Have they won a penalty? Or is it just nothing again? Just nothing again. See, he got his girlfriend over there or something. I don't understand why he keeps going over there. Right, Moreno can come off for Mosca. See, tired. That's why he comes off. Not going to change anything else here. We've picked up a lot of yellow cards, but we're saving a substitution to waste some time as the game goes on. That's another tip for you. Football Manager tutorials with Kev. I think there's a future in it. We're going to take off Abraham as well and bring on Valentini for the last 5 minutes just to run about a bit. We've had no passion today. This has been a passion-free affair, but we've fairly comprehensively. I can't say this on the 86th minute when they've got the ball because they're going to score. We haven't comprehensively done anything yet. Forget what I was about to say. Now we're going to have some passion. I don't want to see that. I do want to do that. And I want to say, right, come on then, passion. Let's have 10 minutes of passion to finish the match. Markovic, get back in your area. I don't like you standing there. So he says with him on a sweeper keeper instruction. But this is terrifying in the circumstances. Calvillo into O'Neill. Do something world class again. Plays it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds Mosca. This is the first bit of positive play we've done for a little while. Mosca. We are being forced in the wrong direction though. Finds Rodriguez into Ats. We do seem to have a spare man everywhere, which is handy. I guess that's because Real are pushing players forward, and this is where they're going to grab their equaliser, and I'm going to look like a total buffoon. But Markovic keeps hold of it, and that's got to be it now, surely. Why are they still attacking? Can we all see the time we have won the game? I agree, commentary bar at the bottom of the screen. It was a terrific match because we won it. Plus, we get the opportunity to criticise based on the second half, which should give us that little jolt of motivation to go into the Athletic Bilbao game and hopefully win again. That was very pleasant. Well, after talking about how important the midfield was in the last game, we've now lost one of them for most of a month. Ats is off playing in Olympic Games qualifying for the Brazil under-23s, despite the fact that he will be... Actually, I suppose he will be 23. When are the Olympics? There will be this summer. He will only just be 23. He will be able to play. But he's a full Brazil international. Why is he doing messing around playing in Olympic qualifiers? And why has he got to be there all month? Not happy about it. So Mateus comes in for him. Other than that, we are an unchanged team as we go away from home to Athletic Bilbao for another big game that we need to win. We need to keep winning our games if we're going to start putting pressure on that top 3 again, because I kind of feel like although we've only been in it 6 months, I feel like we're an established Champions League team now. Now I want to win La Liga. That's the next stop on the journey. Right, they're 19th, we're 6th for form. So let's say that, be assertive, get out there and win. Athletic Bilbao all the way down in 16th place. I don't know if you can see them behind my head. My chair's probably still in the way. I don't actually know if it blocks that far up the screen. We could do it here, look, there they are, down in 16th place. So they're having a bit of a challenging season. Hopefully we can batter them to make it even worse. Garcia just clips off the top of the crossbar with the free kick. Garcia has not been the same man this season. both in terms of form, and actually I've noticed his star rating is starting to drift a little bit as well. He's gone from being the best player at the club, bar none, for star rating, and also showing that on the pitch, to he's kind of maybe top 5, which I know that's because we've signed a lot of very good players and it's all relative and all that kind of stuff. So star rating wise, I don't think he's necessarily got worse, but he's not doing that as often. But there you go, he's just done that, and to be fair to him, that's his 7th goal in the first half of the season, so perhaps I'm just talking out of my trousers. But either way, I talk smack about him and he goes and scores a lovely goal, so I am going to take all the credit for that. I motivated him, that was perfect man management, and as it stands, we're still 11 points. How are we 11 points off top of the league now? I think there's some shenanigans going on here, because we started the episode 10 points off the top of the league. We beat one of the, okay, I think Real were second, but they were top for a while. But we beat a big club, we're still 10 points off the top. Now we're winning again, and somehow 11 points off the top of the league. It's like a cycling race. They're just swapping back and forth between them to have a different club go in the lead, and they're dragging the other. They're slipstreaming. Is that what it's called? And it's not fair on the rest of us. Although we do look like we're a little bit closer to them as a group of 4 rather than that as a group of 10 or so, like we were. So we're pulling away from the ones behind. We're a little breakaway chasing the leading pack of 3 who are cheating by slipstreaming each other. So, I mean, it's like the Tour de France, which, I mean, I don't know if that's how it still works. I haven't watched the Tour de France since I was about 16, probably. So it might be that it's all on motorbikes or something now. I don't know. But that's how it used to work back when I was a kid. Cycling experts will let me know if that's how it still works now. I've gone back on my own advice from the last match and made a double substitution in the 70th minute as per usual, mainly because we're not playing particularly well, and those 2 both needed to come off, I think. So I could have probably made 5 substitutions if it let me. I don't see why it needs to limit us to just 3. Let me do 5 or 6. I don't see what the harm in having substitutes coming on and off the whole time is. Let's have rolling substitutes. Mosca can come on as well in central midfield, and I think we are going to finish off with 10 minutes of passion. It's fired everybody up, and hopefully we can go and grab a second goal just to put this game to bed. We don't want there to be any risk of late equalisers. So Moreno plays it across to Mosca. He's got Rodriguez in space but misses him completely, but Rodriguez does make it back, collect the ball again and play it across to Sanya, who completely miscontrols it, and this is the danger of the late equaliser that we were talking about. This is why we need a second goal, and we need to stop faffing about and go and get one. Sanya, again, terrifying me. Perhaps it's time for Woodenberg or McCrory to come back into this team, because twice there, Sanya's put us under pressure. This has kind of become my partnership, Alvaro and Sanya, but I am now wondering if Sanya's just messing with me. Perhaps when he gets passionate, he gets wayward with his passing, and that will never do. Oh, they are going to score in a minute, aren't they? And I don't know what to do about it. I've used my shout. I could drop the wingers back or something. Drop another midfielder back. Defend properly. But no, let's continue being passionate and try and score a second goal. Montero into Mosca. Back to Moreno. To Mosca again. Who misses. O'Neill picks it up though. And the final whistle should be going any second. Garcia forces a save out of their keeper. And there we have it. The game is over. It is Athletic Bilbao 0, Sevilla 1, and Garcia with a match-winning man-of-the-match goal-scoring performance. Put me in my place. Well done, lads. 'Twas a good win for us. Let's just double-check what the league table situation is doing. I mean, we're playing Atletico Madrid now, who are 11 points ahead of us. How does that keep happening? I don't understand, but we are looking reasonably secure for a Champions League spot at this point, which is good. And talking of the Champions League, that's where we will be back with Monday's episode. We'll do the first leg against Leipzig and the Espanyol game in the league. It moves us on 3 or 4 games in the league, and we're going to show most of this Champions League run-in for as long as we're in it. We're going to be showing the games, I think, because we've never made it this far in this competition, and that is the goal of the series, to win that. So if we can do that this year, we could have this whole thing wrapped up by Easter. And then what on earth am I going to do at 4 o'clock every day? If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.